good Sunday morning. It's about 7 a.m. Got a solid 5 hours of sleep. Mainly because my body was so exhausted that it was down to take whatever it could get. So I'm gonna try to kick around a good long run. But given how humid it is out here, 95% humidity allegedly, I don't know how long I'm gonna make it. I might melt. I don't do well in these sorts of situations. Hashtag heavy sweater. But kick around, try to see all the landmarks, and then get back to work. Make sure these kids have a camp tomorrow. Have somewhere to sleep and stay. What happens when you don't map routes ahead of time? Oops. There you go, Bob. Wrapped up with about 14 miles. A lot of cheering on random triathletes. I've already made my Starbucks run, naturally. Caffeine is in the system since I just missed making it to the dining hall for breakfast. And now time to get back to spreadsheeting, living in a data world. Yeah! I just tried to film my correspondence bump for the 52nd episode of Mountain Outhouse. What we've determined is I'm horrible at beach volleyball, which by the time you ever see this vlog, will be, I have a hunch that they probably just took all my outtakes and just like super mashed them.
Watch this.
It was pretty bad. Pants and a shirt, beach settings, they don't go well. It's a bad look.
Yeah, if Coach would have put me in fourth quarter, we'd have been state champions, no doubt. No doubt in my mind.
So I'm gonna get back to doing what I do well here, which is making moves on data, making lists. Yeah, it's a grind time. About to get some sweet beats in my head. Let's go full programmatic on it. I'm going a little crazy. It's a moral story here. It's probably time to go to bed. Yeah, 3:30 in the morning. I still have some labels I need to print off for delegate name tags, but we've got lists for meeting groups, floor groups. We've got lists by school, by region of the state that they're coming from. Basically every iteration is set. Power nap for about 2.5 hours. Hop back down here and these kids start arriving in 4 hours, so yeah, I should probably get some rest especially if I'm racing in 5 or 6 days. And that's a wrap on me for my time on site. Oh yeah, by the way, it's Tuesday. Who's gonna believe skip Monday? Yeah, things got a bit crazy, and I wasn't quite able to get out on the original schedule, so such is the grind. So now I'm gonna try to sprint down to the greater LA area, try to catch up with a friend who just had a baby this weekend, and then try to go to something special in Hollywood that's not gonna last for much longer. Actually, it's only gonna last for about 2 more days. So gonna knock some things out, back on the road, back in this Southern California traffic, and then hopefully the camp doesn't burn down and everybody still has rooms. Yeah, that's the hope. But it's been a good time. Not a lot of sleep. Definitely did not get a lot of running in, but I prioritized health over just putting in junk miles. So I'm hoping that I'm still ready to go in 5 days at Skyline. I'm actually grind. Let's get her done. Honestly, the story that probably captures the past 3 days the best is the fact that I basically startled myself awake while scrolling through an Excel spreadsheet. Like, I literally did the stereotypical, fell asleep, scrolling down, woke up on row 10,000 or 11,000 something. Man, this used to be a thing. When I was a counselor, little sleep, was there for the delegates, super energetic, doing all the energizers and mixers, no problem. Aging, just a number, it is. Woo, it is, man, I get it. I'm old. So what's actually really cool about this endeavor, this bit of the trip, is that I actually know Jenny and Jay. I'm going to see who just had the baby. I know Jenny from the organization that I was just volunteering at all weekend. We were both counselors around the same time, and if I remember correctly, we actually met at UCSB at summer camp. So kind of coming full circle. Been probably well over a decade at this point. We're talking like 13 or 14 years since we met. Actually went and DJ'd their wedding outside of Baltimore last year. So always good to see friendships from all sorts of walks of life. Get back.
Oh dear. Maybe it's better that you didn't carry. That's pretty good, Skylar. Except he's like 15 pounds. 14 pounds. At least it's good practice, Skylar.
What are we doing? When your new parent friends are really practicing, so they make sure that they give you food and drink for the road. Good time. All right. Time to get out of here. Southern California raining. What is starting to get that happen? Thought it was always sunny here. It's a lie. So my hope is I was able to snag a wait list ticket for At Midnight, the phenomenal show hosted by Chris Hardwick that is actually going off the air after this week. So it's the final week of filming. So I'm gonna try to see if I can hop over to Hollywood real quick, get in the studio audience, and enjoy it in person one time before they're gone. If not, then I'm just gonna go straight into the 6-hour drive home so I can make my 9 a.m. meeting tomorrow. It looks to go 37 miles from my current location to the studio. It's going to take me 75 minutes. Southern California. Alright, made it in time to hop in line and hopefully get a spot at midnight here in delightful Hollywood. No electronics inside. So hopefully I'll see you guys on the other side, and that will be hours from now instead of minutes. Such is the life with finale week. Looks like all the priority ticket holders showed up. So I'm actually gonna get home at a semi-reasonable time. Just a solid 6 hours back up to the Bay Area, which means I'll get home a little after midnight, which for somebody who's only slept 7 hours in the last 2 days, is probably okay, probably smart. Back to the road trip, more of me driving. Drive flat, stayed low. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what grinds my gears?
You know what really grinds my gears?
When people just like refuse to get in the right lane when they're going slower than traffic. Like, you're going slow, get in the right lane. Don't just block up the left lane. You're not even doing the speed limit. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Please move over. Because otherwise, I gotta go road rash and get like a chain out. And there's like 3 people who know that reference of a classic video game.
And that, people, is what grinds my gears. Tom?
Fun fact, the Conditions album by the Timber Trap is pretty much my nighttime go-to playlist. Like, it has to come out at some point anytime I'm road tripping at night. Goes back to 2011. I had a job interview in Richmond, Virginia. I was in Williamstown at the time, so that's about a 9.5, 10-hour drive, point to point. I did a good chunk of that drive at night, stopped off in DC to say hey to some friends, slept in a rest area at some point, and this album almost single-handedly kept me awake and alive on the road, aside from that quick power nap. Completely shot my voice for said interview. I actually ended up turning down the final interview anyway. I don't know, maybe I was just emboldened by my possible karaoke prowess. I was like, I don't need this job. But this album and me go way back. Except that I really just learned the true words to the verses in Sweet Disposition like 3 weeks ago. I spent a solid 6 to 7 years having no idea what was actually being said during Sweet Disposition. Nailing the notes, don't get me wrong. Scatting my whole way through it, but finally know the words. Feel real good about it. I'm not gonna Mako this and road trip karaoke it, because what's the point? You gotta pay for that show, take me out to dinner, and then, like, you know, see where it goes from there. Since I started on Friday, I've spent a solid 19 hours driving and sitting in this specific seat. So I think we're now getting loopy, but it's okay. Got the temper trap to pull me through. Sing my face off. Lose my voice, it'll be great. It'll be fine. Another banger of an album, while we're basically just talking about my road trip playlist at this point, the whole Some Nights album, for fun. It's fire. And that album holds strong years later. Just cracked 1,000 miles for this road trip. Woo! That means in what? 4 days and 6 hours or so. Gone 1,000 miles, 19 hours of driving already, and I'm still at least 45 minutes to an hour from home because the rain delayed me going through the grapevine. So we're just out here raging. We're just out here raging, sitting on my butt, really resting my legs, just pulling the blood in my feet. That's the ideal way to get ready for a 50K this weekend. Yeah, I should just go back to singing tracks that already have words made. It's around 1 a.m., which means officially I've spent a fifth of my last 100 some odd hours, a little over 100 hours in the car, and I've spent a tenth of the last little over 100 hours actually sleeping. I gotta get some rest, gotta prioritize that for the next couple of days before this race. I can already feel my voice is getting a little scratchy, and it's not just because of the over-aggressive singing in the car. So, it was a good trip. Camp was solid as always. It's good to see Jay and Jenny and the little tyke, and I guess I'll be back at work in 7.5 hours.